My name is Chris Evans. I'm passionate about riding bikes and I film my adventures along the way. Welcome to another video. I was realizing the other day just how expensive all of this bikepacking kit is. There's well over $1,500 worth of stuff on this table. And it got me thinking, how can I encourage someone who's maybe never gone bikepacking and is interested in getting into the sport, but the price of doing it is turning them away? Today, I want to show you how to begin bikepacking using cheap items that work just as well as my regular kit for a fraction of the cost. $70 bivvy, $130 ultralight tarp, and not pictured is a $100 one-man tent. So instead of all that expensive gear, I have a $4 tarp, 4 tent stakes at $1 a piece, and a giant 9-foot by 9-foot swath of tulle from my local fabric store. Over $50 worth of comfort, and over $315 worth of sleeping bags. $380 worth of stuff exchanged for a $16 yoga mat and a $20 blanket. $140 worth of cookware and food preparation versus $22 for the same exact thing. And voila, just like that, in about 5 minutes, I had a makeshift tent. Easy as that. And it only cost, what, $8? This isn't perfect. I didn't have any rocks nearby, any large rocks. The weirdest thing. I've never been to a place that doesn't have large rocks laying around. So I wasn't able to tighten up this as tight as I would like it to be. But you know, you gotta roll with what you got. This is the tulle that I got. This is just mosquito and bug netting just to keep the creepy crawlies out. You know how I feel about that. And this is my blanket. And this blanket you can fold in half. It works perfectly fine. You know, this is a Southern California build. This is not gonna be for something below freezing or in the middle of winter somewhere. Or if it's raining really hard, you're gonna get wet in this buildup. But for where I live, this would be a perfectly acceptable solution. And for $8 for a tent versus at least minimum 50 to easily into the hundreds, you can do this for cheap. Don't let the price scare you off the sport. This is the Esbit stove, and it's only $12, so it's quite a bit cheaper than other alternatives out there. It folds down, you can actually keep your fuel in there, and it just unfolds. You can either have it like that and have like a full pot on there, or you can do it like this. And what I'm gonna do is heat up a can of soup. That's gonna be dinner. Granulated instant coffee. So I think they say about a teaspoon is about 1 cup worth of coffee. All right, so I've shown you how we can get our bikepacking gear cheaper. I've shown you how to set up a tent, makeshift tent. But the real question is, how are we gonna carry this around on my bike? Normally, I have $370 worth of high-end bikepacking bags that I would pack all my gear in and travel down the road. But since this is a cheap build, we're gonna get rid of these. And instead, we're gonna use grocery bags from your local supermarket. I've never done this, so we're gonna learn together how to pack a bike using grocery bags. So let's get to it. I prepped a few things before I start packing it on the bike. What I did is I put my tool inside the blanket and wrapped it up nice and tight and tied it off using some rope. This rope I got at my local hardware store, $3 for 65 feet. Not too bad. I also tied up my yoga mat, which is, if that wasn't clear, it's a sleeping pad. It's better than nothing. I also tied up my tarp, and then I've got my little cook stove, flashlight, food, my tent stakes, coffee, and a mug. I wouldn't bring this much coffee. I would probably put what I plan to use in a little Ziploc so it wouldn't take this much space. But just to prove that the concept works, we'll go ahead and pack the whole thing. And my pocket knife that I also have at home. I think most people have a pocket knife at home. It's going to be handy for cutting the lengths of rope that you need. So let's get this on the bike. And just like that, using some rope and a little bit of creativity, we got all of the stuff attached to the bike. It might not be pretty, but it's a whole lot cheaper. And just like that, I was able to put together a fully operational bikepacking kit for under $100. You really don't need all that expensive gear to go out bikepacking and have a good time. I hope this video inspires some of you to go out and try backpacking for yourselves. It's one of the most enjoyable and fun activities that you can do, even when I'm struggling on the bike or it's throwing down rain. Each experience has been unique and I've never regretted being out there bikepacking. Now I know a lot of you will have great ideas yourselves to lend to this discussion. There's absolutely no limit to the creative, cost-effective alternatives to bikepacking gear. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.